What it is he good for? Absolutely. Bow, man. Hey, it's your man, EddyEd, the Duke.
Hey, folks, welcome back. The name is Dialogue to join you today in this wonderful episode we call 22. Let's go.
Hey, man, we episode 22, man. If you're watching us on the YouTube page, make sure you subscribe if you're new, and also turn on your post notification bell so you know when we post a new video and when we go do premieres, so you get that premiere notification.
Absolutely.
And you can tune in with us live. And also, if you're listening to us on the audio platforms, thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys write a review on us, rate us, give us 5 stars, all that good stuff. Drop any questions that you have on the YouTube page, or you can send us an email at holyduo2020, and you can do all that good stuff in our social medias on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Hey, you forgot the last holyduo2020 at gmail.
At gmail.com.
Nah, not Gmail. Gmail.
He over there trying to do some accents. But yeah, man, episode 22, man, we are excited to get things rolling. Hey, Dialogue, what we got?
Hey, we got the weekly recap, man. Tell us about your week. How's your week? How'd it go?
Weekly recap, man. This week, like I say all the time, I just can't believe we're here already. Like, the days are just zooming, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been really watching movies like I used to.
Yeah.
Only because of just trying to get some, like, being a creator, it's kind of heavy,
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to get my ideas, just trying to record them and trying to process them, editing, and doing other stuff besides that too. Like, I'm still training and all that good stuff. So, I'm leaving the house.
Yeah.
So time is like really scarce. And everything's just like
essence.
Time is of an essence for sure. And I'm just like, things are just like, they's just going. Like, if you're not careful, you'll definitely skip what you need to get done because you feel like you don't have enough time to do it. But everything could work if you just plan it out pretty, according to your schedule. But yeah, man, it's been a good week, nonetheless. Holy moment, man, is going grocery shopping for these kids, man. It feels good to help people, and that's a holy moment. Helping these kids. We do this thing every year at my church called Orange Bucket Sunday, basically where we take an orange bucket and fill it up with food, canned goods, packed goods and all that good stuff for the kids. And it helps them have something to eat for however long we can, however long it lasts for. And we bring the orange buckets to church, and then they take it to the charity or the organization that helps the kids. So I did shopping for that.
Yeah, man, that's cool, man. Yeah, if you guys aren't involved with those kind of things, if you go to a church, make sure to do that. It's a way to give. It's a way to, use your gifts for good. Man, tell us about your demonic moment, man. Let it all flow. Let it all hang loose.
See, man, it was good when you said let it all flow, but then you said let it hang loose.
Let it hang loose, man. Let it hang loose like you at home by yourself on a Saturday with no one around and you got the whole day to yourself.
D kind of wallet. Demonic moment, man. It's plenty of demonic moments. First of all, you already know one of them. My live stream pretty much got like abused.
Oh, man.
Pretty much got abused, bro. I don't know if this guy was a true Duke, part of the Duke Nation, but this dude was acting demonic. He was disrupting the live stream, man. He was disrupting the live stream. We couldn't focus on the game. Like, he was doing some very inappropriate things. Like, remember that one thing that he played with the girl was moaning and she was pleasuring herself at the end?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the ones that, rock with me and, we want to, converse with each other or Yeah, converse with each other on the live stream and all that, and that want to enjoy the live stream, but don't
Yeah.
come disrupting the live stream, messing it up, man. If you really think you're a real Duke, or part of the Duke Nation, or a fan, or whatever it may be, don't why you gotta come on and like make trouble. You could be funny, but don't be disruptive funny, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a demonic moment right there. And to not take all the time, I'm gonna just leave it at that. That was the biggest one. Actually,
Mm.
this could be a holy slash demonic moment. This week, I've been eating cookies for the past 4 days.
That's a demonic moment, man. What's so holy about that? They taste good.
It tastes good. That's the
Okay,
holy
okay,
part.
okay,
Yeah, but
okay,
but you
okay.
know the negative effects are demonic.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So.
yeah.
But
Sometimes you don't even feel the negative effects. Go ahead, bro.
yes. If you in shape and
Yeah.
your body and your digestive system, I don't know why I said it like that. Your digestive system can like process can process food well. You should be good, but it might set you back a little bit.
Yeah, you said but. Were you gonna say something?
No, that's it. That's it.
My week, man. My week. Work is definitely getting busier. And what you mentioned earlier, yeah, man. I haven't sat down and watched a movie in a long time. Probably over 4 or 5 months now.
Hold on,
You got to take some time. What?
but you went to the movie theater, right?
I went to the movie theater. Yeah,
Oh, okay. You talking about like
that's
at
with
home?
my family.
You talking about like at home
Yeah,
stuff?
just
Okay.
by myself. Hmm.
I'm about to say like D
Yeah.
D lying to y'all straight up, but never mind. He means you
No.
know sitting in the house. Yeah, I haven't gone
No,
outside to
yeah.
eat in about 4 years. He went to McDonald's last night.
No, that last week or 2 weeks ago was my sisters are on spring break, so they're like, oh, we want to go watch a movie. So I was like, all right. So I had to make time for that. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about me just being home, like, all right, I got let me put these 2 hours to just watching a nice movie that I've been meaning to watch. I haven't had that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to admit, man, as you do more and more stuff, yeah, you have less and less luxury stuff
Yeah.
available for you to do.
Yeah, real quick.
Those are facts, man.
What do you
Yeah.
like better, watching a movie at the crib or watching a movie in a movie theater? What experience do you like better as far as experience?
Oh, experience. Definitely the movie theater.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to see what side you pick, because I would definitely say the movie theater experience over the home experience. But as far as comfortability, house.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
yeah.
especially in the future, when the wife is there, we snuggling up.
All right.
So that's the best experience. That's the best experience.
Yo, but the girls, man, girls ask so many questions during movies. It's
Why?
like they can't follow the movie.
Yo,
I have to be the
stop. Like, what? I'm watching. It's a new movie for both of us.
We're both
Why are you
watching the same
asking me what's about to happen? We need to watch and see what's about to happen together. I don't know what's gonna happen.
don't know.
I'm watching it just like you. Why? And then here's the thing that pissed me off. Then they want to get mad when you don't answer the question. Like, why you getting mad? Oh my gosh, bro. I'm mad. And anyway,
Man. So yeah. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, I don't really get to watch movies at home like that anymore. My week was good though, man. This week I have forsaken my body, but my body is going through something interesting. So we'll touch on that later. I'll touch on it real quick.
was you constipated?
I
Hey man.
No, I'm not constipated, people. I'm not constipated. Everything is flowing well.
Okay.
I eat a lot of chickpeas, so everything's flowing well. Yeah, my body, I've just been feeling the crooks and cranks, and actually that ties into my holy moment. My holy moment. I went to a shoulder rotator cuff workshop
Overall?
mid this week. And it's pretty interesting, some stuff they said about the shoulders. Basically, you can have shoulder not imbalances, but your shoulder doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a matter of you shouldn't be feeling pain in your shoulder. That's a big issue. So I learned that was a complete holy moment. That was awesome. Demonic moment. I don't really have too many demonic moments going on. The most demonic moment this week, man, is I'm still at 160 because my diet I haven't been consistent. So he's always saying, ooh, like 5 months ago, if I said I'm stuck at 170, he would have been like, oh, bro, I'm so close, bro. Yeah. And I'm talking about 160. He's like, ooh. Are you close?
Are you close?
Hey, man. Close?
Yeah. I'm pretty close.
Whatever, man.
I will be graduating, up levels real soon because it's your man is eating them calories. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been having cookies, so the weight's been packing for sure.
He's gaining fat while I'm gaining.
Nah. When I say I'm eating cookies, I'm not saying like I'm just having it as a dessert, like icing on top of the cake. You know what I mean? Like, it's after my big meal. You know what I mean? So I'm adding them calories, but I'm definitely getting proteins. Most definitely. Most definitely, man.
Yo, hey guys, I'm gonna just let that one go because y'all know I be getting on him about that. But anyway, man, if that's all you got, man, that's all I got. If we can jump into the topics.
Yeah, man, let's jump into it. What we got?
We got some supple. You want me to go first, homie?
Yeah. You can hit first. You can hit first.
I'm gonna hit him with a heavy duty. Let's get it.
Let's go.
All right. So my discussion today is I want to get your perspective, right, of the dichotomy between men and women, where women say they feel a connection or they feel the magic versus guys, what guys may be viewing things in that way. Like when a girl meets a guy, oh, the connection was great. Like I love his vibes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He was confident. And when he took me on a date, it was amazing. It was magical. He treated me like a queen, like a lady. He opened the door for me, all of that stuff. They see the magic. It's like fun and emotional and bubbly.
This magic moment. Da 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 da. Like,
How do guys view all of that? Do we see it the same way? What is our perspective? At least yours.
So here's how I want to attack this. So we know the movies are going to show you a perfect date. Picnic, perfect sandwiches, chips are all around or whatever the heck, perfect, cylindrical shapes or whatever. And it's sunny days and like the movies make it look so phenomenal. And that pushed a lot of pressure because first of all, the lady is going to fantasize that. She's going to take that as, that's how I want mine to be. And that's how it's supposed to be. Right. So now you're stuck in her mental vision of how the date's supposed to go. And if things are off, it was totally hard. Like, so the pressure initially for a lot of us are heavy from going into it with our perspective because we watched the movies, and then the girl has her perspective from the Hollywood movies and whatever it may be. So pressure is there, but we gotta understand that that's not reality. It's gonna rain. The weather may not be perfect. It might be super hot. Y'all might be sweaty. Like, that's not real situations all the time. Now, could you have a nice day where it's windy and sunny? Yeah, but you might not. And so the real thing is, everybody's teeth is not straight. Everybody don't smell like flowers when they sweat. You're gonna have some inconsistencies of perfect conditions. Okay, so how I'm going into it is just relax. Don't think about it being perfect. Just think about the experience with each other on the date. Like, if you go too much of what you need in the date, I gotta have these here, I gotta have this here to, like, and if it's not there, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I didn't have that. or I don't have this, and then when something goes wrong, you're like, oh, you know what? It probably would have went better if I had this on a day, if I had this drink. Like, no, let's experience each other on the date. Let's be present and let's communicate with each other. Because really, yes, the drinks and the food is great, but you got to be able to talk to one another, get to know one another, and have that experience and communication. So I would say, what was the question again?
How do women view a date according to them, and how do we actually view the date?
Okay, so I was totally going off the rails.
Nah, you were going somewhere.
I was going somewhere.
somewhere.
I was going somewhere,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think women view date as some kind of like. When I think of women viewing dates, I think they sunny skies, perfect weather, hair flowing in the air, and the guy is like a perfect romantic. Like he's saying all the right stuff, and you know he's everything is perfect about. Like, I just think it's a lot of perfection that they kind of go in with.
Yeah.
Perhaps at least the idea. Maybe they're not gonna be like, okay, it has to be perfect, but I'm thinking like in their minds, maybe everything is perfect in there, in their imaginations.
Yeah.
I think how guys view the date, I think we're more nervous than girls are. We're both nervous. We both have a level of nervousness, but I think the guys might have more of a pressure of being nervous because they're the one that's taking the lady out on a date, so they gotta produce certain things to make the date kind of get the
Come
aesthetic
together.
Yeah. So I think in
Yeah.
that aspect, maybe the guy has more nervousness. So in our eyes, we're like, okay, we have to put things together, in the right order, and
Yeah.
does she like this? Does she like that? Does she eat this? Does she eat that? And so, depending on the level of your first date, it can be a lot of pressure going into it, and we may view it as something where it needs to be like perfect all around. But if you're yourself, man, it's gonna be mess ups somewhere. You're gonna say something, or not even just saying something. It's not gonna be everything is hitting at all corners. Just relax. I think we should relax more, and just know that we're there to get to know one another and not to like perform. Because when we go in thinking that we gotta have everything perfect, then performance anxiety kicks in. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think guys may come into it with a lot of pressure.
Who do you think picks the location of the date?
Who do I think should pick the location of the date, or who?
You text a girl, hey, I want to take you out this weekend. Who initiates where they're going?
I think the guy should pick where they're going. But see, here's the thing too. I like this question because this is what I kind of struggle with. Not being too controlling over the dates, right? So I want to be able to be like, I want to be able to pick a spot, right? But then I want to be able to collaborate where we want to go next. You see what I'm saying?
After the first date?
After the first date. So I don't want it to be like I get stuck picking all the dates. You know what I mean? Now,
You're talking about initially, right?
initially what?
You're talking about like the first couple of dates. What kind of dates are you talking about?
Yeah, so I'm talking about the first date. So like I think the first couple dates, the guy should be the one to direct. But then what I'm saying that I don't want to happen after, let's say, the first 3 dates, I don't want it to be something where I'm only picking, and it's like she's not involved in a way where like she feels as though maybe she don't have a say in where we should go next or try next together. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, this is your perspective, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just saying like you. So yeah, because I think sometimes when you don't give collaborative, um, you know, gestures, the lady might feel like you might be controlling. You know what I mean?
That is a good question.
You see?
And the question would be, to what capacity should a guy take control? Because women want guys to lead, meaning they have to take control. So
Mm-hmm.
now you're worried that how much control is too much control? Because you're right, there is a line to cross.
Yeah. Because,
But
yeah,
yeah, Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say because you want to be the leader, but a leader's not a dictator. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going here, we're going there. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be where she don't have any, response or say. I want her to be included so that we both are excited on going somewhere. You know what I mean? That we both would probably enjoy, and that's after the initial days. That's like after, we're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, we know a little bit about each other. Now let's kind of like mix things up a little bit. Are you in disagreement? Because I think you look a little flustered over there.
Oh, I'm not looking flustered at all.
Okay. So what's your thoughts on this? What's your thing on this?
Well, as far as taking control of where you guys go for the date, I mean, that one can be touchy because I feel, from what I understand, you know what? It's not even a feeling. It's actually pretty true. When a guy talks to a girl, even a girl that he's been dating for some time, his wife, a first date, hey, dress up nice. Be ready at Saturday. Tires heel and a nice dress. We're going somewhere nice.
Yeah.
Boom. She has no say in where y'all go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're doing the planning. Yeah.
Yeah. So to that extent, girls like that. Girls love that. They love to just dress up really nice, look pretty, and be taken out on a date. That's full and utter control. She has no choice where you guys are going. So when you say that you want to do collaborative stuff, I get it, because at some point she's going to have to pick like, oh, I'm tired of going here, or, I don't know if I want to eat that. So you have to make sure you understand what she likes. Hey, first time. Hey, you like seafood, steak, chicken. What do you like? And then whatever she likes, you say, thank you. And then you start picking the places. You as a guy, you have to be intuitive on that level. So after a couple of times of taking her out without her having her choice, you now say, hey, I want to take you where you want to go. Where do you want to go? And then she'll pick. But I don't think that should happen as often as we think, because think about it. When someone comes to you with a prepackaged deal that is good, it works out for you, you get to enjoy yourself, you don't really care. And I think females, if they are given the ability to not make choices on things and still have it turn out well, they'll take the no choice. They'll just go along with it to have the good experience. I think it is some females that like, oh, you never let me pick where we want to go.
Yeah, because you do have those.
Let me pick.
Yeah, because you do have those that's like, I think we're getting into a space, because you do have those type of ladies that want to take control. You see what I'm saying? And those are the masculine.
Yeah.
Now we get into the masculine, the feminine lady types. But I definitely agree. To mix it up.
Yeah.
Less collab on where to go to mix it up for sure. But I do personally think that a guy should be planning these things out. But it's nothing wrong if you guys collab on some dates. Hey,
every once in a while.
Yeah. Hey, where do you want to go tonight? You know what I mean? Like switch it up.
Yeah.
It don't always got to be you plan it and then putting all the pressure on yourself. Like once you guys are in there, like once you guys are solid with each other, then you guys are solid with each other. Plan accordingly.
Yeah. I mean, every 3, 4, 5 times, most likely 4 or 5 times. Just be like, hey, where do you want to go? Because already, if you know, women don't know where to eat they don't know what to eat most of the time.
For real.
So you just present them with well-cooked food and they eat it. I mean, what are they going to do about it? Not eat it? Then I guess they know exactly what they want to eat. Go get it.
Yeah,
but, you know, women have a hard time picking what to eat, man. So, I didn't really get to say my perspective, but I think got the point across.
You sure?
Actually, no, I didn't answer the question at all.
Nah,
Talking about the magic.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna try to summarize it real quick. So girls generally, they love to dress up nice, like we talked about. That part we talked about. They like to look and feel nice, and think about it in dancing, right? The male and female dance. You have a masculine energy and the female energy. The masculine energy leads. The female energy looks beautiful being led. So at the end of the day, the woman gets more of the attention. It gets more of the notoriety because it's beautiful. It's nice. She looks nice. Her dress is nice. She's moving all nice and smooth, and he's showing her where to go. So if you think about it, he's directing the beauty. And in that same way, I think there's a magic in dating also. Women love to feel led. They like to look nice. They like to look pretty. They like to go somewhere nice. They like to eat good food. I mean, who doesn't like to eat good food and go somewhere nice? When a guy takes control, he's creating that environment for her to feel nice. So in a way, we create the environment and they feel nice in the environment. So the environment is secure. Picking her up at 8, you're there on time. Let's see. Yeah. What else could I give as the place that you're going is a nicer place. They have some nice food. She likes to enjoy herself. You know what I mean? Like you make a reservation for the place. That makes it official.
Yeah,
like, oh shoot.
Reservation. When you hit it, but yeah. I made a reservation at dans les clock. Whoa,
see?
A reservation at dans les clock, Peru. Oh, she over there drooling. Now you got her in the bag.
She's ready. Exactly that.
By the way, I don't know what restaurant I said. I was just BSing, just trying to sound like a French restaurant.
But anyway, that's the kind of magic. And from my perspective, that's not magic. That's how the guy does things. So when a guy leads in a good way, the way that he should be leading, it looks different from guy to guy. But at the end of the day, the lady should feel that kind of pull towards having a good time, having to enjoy a nice, light, official, you know what I mean? And he pulls up to your house, he opens your door for you, lets you get in the car.
Oh, she about to sink in her seat when that happens. And then when you smoke,
go ahead.
Sorry, when you smoke it. But.
Oh man, the car smells nice. Oh man, you got that smooth music going on. Yes, sir.
Smooth jazz.
But I will say that before I take a girl out on that kind of date, I would have gone on a few coffee dates with her before. Yeah. I'm not about to spend that kind of money on you. I don't know.
Nah, those type of investments, those type of investments are not going down within the first couple dates, man.
Nah, man.
Like if she's looking for those type of dates, bro, that might be a red flag, man.
It might be.
It might be a red flag. Like she just wants you to dine and wine her, and like that seemed kind of like suck your energy type of lady. Like get from you and don't give nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sound like one of those.
As a guy in general, you have to handle your money, and if you're going on these nice elaborate dates with all these ladies, like the first or second date or something, you don't know you don't know their intentions. You know what I mean? You want to invest all that money in a relationship where she just goes away and all of a sudden she just happened to be treated to a bunch of nice food by a guy. No,
she getting free meals out here, and she's probably talking to other dukes.
Yeah. You know what? On the third date, if she's like, hey, let me pay for this coffee date. It's like, see, she wants to invest some part of herself into the interaction too. I mean, you obviously don't let her pay. I wouldn't let her pay, but it's like, it's a good
like the gesture. They're like, okay, ooh, let you know what, baby? thank you for your offer, but I'm taking you. I got this. You know,
And then guess where you take her out for the next date? Go ahead.
be still and wait on the Lord. You know what I mean? But be still.
Yep.
Everything is taken care of.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually a scripture. What he said, "Be still and wait on the Lord." That's actually a scripture.
Yeah. That's actually a real life scripture, but it's not in that context though.
Yeah. It's not like.
I'm joking,
Anyway.
guys.
Yeah. But for real though, the next date you hit her with that nice elaborate place. You know she wants to invest in the relationship. You know she's there for the relationship.
That's
not
a green.
To just string you along.
That's a green flag. That's a green
flag.
Yeah.
That's a go ahead flag. So
let's go.
Yeah, that's my perspective.
Nah, I'm done.
Yeah, that's my perspective on the magic of a date. Guys don't really feel the magic, but we kind of create the environment for the ladies to feel the magic because the ladies want to feel the magic. We don't really care to feel the magic. We're there to get to know you. We're there to ask you the hard questions like, yo, what's your relationship with the Lord looking like? Mm-hmm. When was the last time Trayvon slipped in the DMs and ended up in your house?
And you know what I mean? You know what? The first couple of days might be a little tough because I remember my first couple of days, like I felt like I was bothering the person, kind of. I'm like, why she? Anyway, that's besides the point.
The kind of questions you were asking her.
Yeah, like something along the questions that you asked, and it's like you know, I guess it's kind of like high pressure questions, you know, but.
Is it high pressure because you could potentially spend the rest of your life with this person?
Yeah, it's not really high pressure, but what I mean, like in the moment, like you know, like you might feel intense in the moment. You know what I mean? It might make you nervous.
Man, that brings up a good point. So on the way to the date, you know, you might be like, hey, I'm gonna ask you some hard questions on this date. I would just want you to be ready because they might think like, oh, we're just here to have fun and say jokes and stuff. You know what I mean? And you hit them with the, hey, when we get married, what's your plan? Do you plan to work? Who do you plan to take care of the kids? Who do you plan to teach the kids? How do you see that? What's your perspective on? You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother podcast. We gotta hit that. We gotta hit that. Right, yeah, right then. Yes, Sirski. As he's writing, guys, we're going to move on to the next, kind of topic.
Our sponsor for this video is Anchor. Now, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more.
Yes, man, and that's how you can make money from your podcast with no minimal listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast, okay, in one place. Make sure you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started right now. That is anchor.fm to get started right now. And, you know, as Christian guys, you know, we're looking for a Christian woman, right? We're trying to be equally yoked in that aspect. We're trying to be on the same page spiritually and so on and so forth. So we kind of already have our answer in mind just from that point alone. But I've been seeing some mixed things online, you know, from other people that do podcasts. And you know, from other creators, right? And they're kind of mixing two of the types of worlds, you know, the earthly carnal world versus the Christian world. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of mixing the lines together here. And so I just wanted to kind of touch on this to try to get some separation and some clarity in case anybody that may not know about, you know, about Christianity or ones that do but are conflicted, we want to ask this question and talk about it. Should Christian guys date baddies? And I know, like, when you hear baddies, right, we think of baddies, you know, bathing suits, big cheeks, big milk duds, all of that. But, and here's the difference. Why you hiding, man?
Huh?
Why you hiding?
That's a heavy question.
Bro.
Go ahead, go
So
ahead. Don't lose your
so
thought, man.
so should Christian guys date baddies?
You were gonna say something right now.
I was gonna say because baddies don't necessarily mean that they're all not Christian, but those
Mm.
baddies that aren't Christian, a lot of them expose their bodies, you know. So that emphasized the baddies category more for them. But
Mm.
there are some baddies you could say, some very beautiful ladies that are Christian and that cover themselves up appropriately. But we're talking about,
Mm.
you know, baddies of the world, you know. So
Yeah.
should Christian guys date baddies? What do you think about that?
I'm gonna start with this point. I was watching a a worldly podcast by two
Ah,
guys
let's get it.
who are in the world, right? And they're both players. They're both
Yeah,
polygamous.
yeah.
One of them actually said, "I would rather date an average girl than date a baddie." For anyone who doesn't understand what a baddie is an extremely attractive girl, like
Mm-hmm.
very, very pretty,
Very
and then
pretty.
also a very, very nice body. It's baddies are a thing because women are all over social media, and generally speaking, all women call themselves baddies for the most
Mm-hmm.
part.
And a lot of them
But
are liars.
a lot of them are liars. And to be completely frank with you, baddies are attractive women. Let me not even front. Baddies are attractive women,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
baddies they 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 push me a little bit. Like
They do.
there's something about them that you know when you put a magnet together, it clamps together. But when you turn one
Yeah.
to the other
Yeah,
side,
yeah, the opposite
it
side.
like it pushes it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and like you can
The hand.
you can, yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally what they do.
Yeah.
Like they just bounce off of each other. As much as you could try to put them together, at the end of
Yeah,
the
it's
day, they just split up.
yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of how I see baddies in a way. Like I get it, but bro, like at the end of the day, I know that you're a spirit in a body that wasn't created by you. Like your body isn't really you were just put in that body. Think about a person who was born a handicap. Sometimes when I look at
Hold
them,
on,
I'm
hold on,
like,
hold on, hold
dang
on.
man,
Hold on,
it
pause for
I
a second
feel
because your
it
video
sucks. I would never
froze.
understand how they feel, but I will say that I know it sucks because they didn't get to choose the body that they were born into. What happened?
I missed everything that you just said.
Oh, you did? Did it
Mm-hmm.
freeze?
It froze.
Oh snap! I'm gonna say it again. When I look at a handicapped person,
Yeah.
I feel for them. Not that I could ever really feel how they feel, but I see them and I'm like, man, you didn't choose to be in that body. It wasn't your choice at all. Your spirit was put in that body and that soul so that you could live through that body. When I see baddies who show themselves off in that way, it's not skill, it's not character, it's not um, over the time, the persistent of their character has been built through difficult things. That's what we call pretty privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Girls who are so pretty and bodily attractive that they just kind of get their way and everything. And that's fine. I have no problems with that. But to be attracted to one and say, like, dang, I would like to date someone like that, no. I'm not interested because they come with a whole bunch of issues. An attractive girl usually is attractive because they dress and do makeup to be attractive. They do things that make them more attractive. So you
Mm-hmm.
can tell. I can tell when I see an attractive girl. Usually, most of the time, a lot of the time, they have insecurities because girls generally have insecurities.
Yeah. So
We're not
so
talking. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So we might have fake baddies out here. Like really, like if they take up the makeup, they're regular. A lot of them.
exactly why the guy's a player. He's a player. Like he is one of those dating kind of dudes. Like he picks up girls, cold approach stuff. And he said he stopped doing that, but that's what he is. That's his background. He could walk up to a girl and start talking to her. He says he would rather not date baddies. Why? Because they are so hard to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were put in such an attractive or physically appealing body, they have to deal with a lot of attention, and anything that you say that doesn't fit the narrative of how they look, it hits them hard. It hits their insecurities because it's like, oh, my lips, like what's wrong with my lips? I thought they were perfect. Everyone always tells me my lips is perfect. What do you mean they're not? They don't look good. They deal with a lot of crap, man. Baddies just look good on the physical. When you go a little bit deeper, that's when it's like, oh, so you don't really have a personality like that. Now, given there are some attractive
There are
females who
some
have great
baddies that, bro,
personalities,
like are boisterous to
right?
the max. Like talk
Yeah,
your eyes to sleep.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, bro, you can't be talking like this every day.
yeah. Right.
Like,
Every
relax.
day,
What
man.
she is she on
Yeah.
Adder? Is she?
Ay, ay, ay.
What's she doing? She might be on something. I don't know. Naturally, they're
Yeah,
not. But anyway,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, would I ever date a baddie? Heck to the no. Because I've been to college and I see what these baddies do in college. Um, Also out in the real world, man, I see what these baddies are up to.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I hate calling them baddies because it makes it seem like,
Yeah,
they're on some other level. Just
yeah, exactly.
attractive, very attractive females.
Yeah.
I don't even like saying that, man. Dang. Anyway, there are some content creators on YouTube that are going a little bit too far. Most of them, though, I will say that it makes sense how far they're going. When we approach the perspective of guys and girls, that the yin and the yang of masculine, feminine, the roles in marriage, all of that stuff, we come at it from a biblical perspective. We don't
Yeah.
come at it from a worldly perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these guys we see on the content creation site, they come with a worldly perspective. So it makes sense that parts of their narratives are flawed. I have no problems with them because they don't have a higher objective that they're pointing their perspectives to. They don't have an objective standard. It's a standard that they created by themselves from what they see in the world. So it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense to think that once you have a lot of money, you can do whatever you want and date whatever girls you want. Okay. Because they actually do it. So I can't say they can't do it because they actually do it. We all see that they do it. But the fruits of that kind of behavior and narrative of life, well, we can say that it doesn't lead. I will give another example. There was a girl who came on the show that I'm talking about, and she was like, well, actually, traditional Judeo-Christian Christian households, they actually have the most happiest marriages in amongst married couples. His argument, one of the dude's argument was, well, that's the woman's perspective. I was like, all right, man, that's a guy who does not know what true and deep and utter love is telling someone who is saying that love in that way does exist. He's denying it by saying it's the woman who feels that way. And that's where it's like our perspective differs, because our objective view of a relationship supersedes what they think. Theirs is a lower form of ours, in the sense that ours is objectively pointed towards something, but theirs is internal. Their objective lies
Doesn't
within
get what they want.
the value that they
It's
bring.
yeah, it's selfishness. You know,
Right.
more based
And
on
they'll say,
self.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why they are of higher value. They don't understand that if I point myself towards this objective standard of value, my value drops to a humble level in which I realize that my value, along with this woman's value, is the same. Our roles are just different, and our roles cannot and does not determine our value, but rather puts us in a position to do certain things. It gets deep, man. That's why I don't like touching on their stuff, because they're not in the same objective role. But there are some content creators that come from the objective standard, and then
then they
they
mix it.
subjugate it.
Yeah, it's
They
mixing
miss
it.
it. They mix it in with their own standard, which is very
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah, and that's why we kind of want to make a separation here. What side is which side, because we don't want to mix it.
Yep.
Then it's like, then what is what? But to a point that you made earlier about the people getting married with less money, I know a lot of Christian couples that have gotten married in college, while when they're young, that
Oh
didn't
yeah.
start off with a lot of money, but are still married, and I know older people and their stories how they got married younger, and they made it this far. But the point is, the lady is also a believer as well, and her
Right.
values weren't all about money and this, that, and the third. It was more so, is the man a good leader? Is a man,
Mm-hmm.
following Christ? And so the values that they hold are more characterized in the person than materialized in the person. So
Right.
the characters that they're looking for are strong characters, which in
Mm-hmm.
turn will give the marriage and will give her the the type of guy that she needs. Leader, protector,
Yep.
provider. And so if the values are strong in that way, I think success can happen. You don't have to be the richest guy. You don't have to be making six figures, so on and so forth. But if you guys, are on the same page, as believers, you're gonna make progression. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, that's pretty much what I had to say about that.
So yeah, you actually made a good point right now. Leader, provider, protector, prophet, and priest. If you go to these people that have a worldly view
None
of
of that matters.
women and men,
Uh huh.
none of that matters. The only things they will tell you that matter is a leader, right? You guys
Exactly.
have to be leaders,
Exactly.
right? And
Yeah.
then they'll
To
tell
take
you they
control.
protect you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. They'll tell you, hey, I protect you, I give you a shelter, and I provide for you, I give you all the money that you need. That's all you need, right? But that's what I mean by they grab from an objective standard and make it their own selfish standard. They miss the prophet and priest part. If you
Yeah.
bring a prophet and priest into it, now you have to get into, well, what does that mean? Who said that, and why do we even have to do that as men? Um, oh man, you know what they do?
What's
They
up?
point themselves to David, King Solomon, Moses, and I was actually just thinking about this last night. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, David never had the depth of love that God designed man and woman to have in being fruitful and multiplying. Like King David, he missed all of that. How did he miss it? Well, bro, he killed his friend for, or not even his friend, his one of the people in
His
his
general.
army,
Yeah.
the general, like an important person in his army
Mm-hmm.
for a woman. That's the kind of dude you want to follow and how to love a woman? Nah, man. The narrative of David wasn't about how he loved women or how the dynamic between men and women were in how we should go about it. No, David missed it. And so did his son. Bro, his son had over 1,000 wives. Still political. Come on,
What?
man.
Oh yeah. Solomon. Oh
Solomon.
yeah. I
He
don't
can't
forgot
be the
his son.
standard for y'all.
What?
The dude was so rich that you are a
Yeah.
servant to him if you call yourself high value. What?
High value. I
Sit
can
down.
get out of here. Give him 100 racks. Send him off. Be gone.
I'm tired of his voice. Yeah.
I would have you killed
What?
because, like, bro, it don't matter about
Oh
nothing.
man. It
Nothing
don't matter
matters.
about nothing, bro. Those dudes were so rich, bro. They were so rich that their idea of the relationship between man and woman was jaded. And the perfect example I would give for that, the only example we ever need was God's relationship with Israel. God married Israel. Israel alone didn't have intimacy with any other nation but Israel alone. That is our standard. One woman, one man, and you lay your life down for that woman. You don't go finding other women just because you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Man, sit down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my perspective on that.
Real quick, going back to the the men valuing, the men of the world really valuing leadership, or at
Yeah.
least people that we've seen on podcasts saying that. I think it might be a little bit of divisiveness in there, meaning like they say that to kind of manipulate and take control to get what they want, instead of being the type of man that they should be. They say, oh yeah, we should take control, to more so be divisive with it. And that's not
Yep.
where we want to go with it. We want to be the leader and be the man that we should be for the benefit of both of us, and for God's
Servant leader.
a servant leader, not one that's a dictator. That's not what we talk about. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she has to serve me. She has to do this. She has to do that. And then you're pretty much being the boss, but rather
Yep.
leading in how you both should treat each other. Servant leadership. That's what we're referring to. So in that regard, I think they might be more divisive in that aspect and how they think about it, perhaps.
It actually makes sense because generally speaking, guys have this desire to just be with multiple women. That's fine. Maybe we're born with that desire in us, but that desire doesn't dictate how we actually go about living our lives.
Mm-hmm.
If our desires took control of us, then shoot, all guys will be playing video games at home, not giving a crap about work, and they'll be lazy. They'll be chilling because that's how we're built. We're built to be kind of chilling, relaxed. It is through our experiences and our parents raising us that defines if we're ambitious or all of that stuff and what we want to do. And then lastly, I want to point out that they're divisive because they want to fulfill the desires of their innate flesh. Like I said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
we're spiritual beings in a physical body, and the physical body has desires of its own. I mean, it gets hungry, right? It gets emotional, right? It has sexual desire. Now it's up to you as a spirit in which capacity you want that desire to be fulfilled. As in, when you're hungry, you eat. That's a fleshly desire. You have to eat to keep up with your body. You take baths so you don't smell bad. Do you have sex with multiple women? No, because that doesn't actually fulfill the desire or the intentions of what you were created for. This isn't your body. It was given to you. So treat it as though you're respecting the boundaries of the person who gave it to you. And guys who want to be with multiple women, they're subjugating themselves to their lower self, which is just, oh yeah, I'll poke you. Here's some money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay your apartment bill this month. Oh, here's some money, but I get to poke another lady along with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you guys can come over and we could all poke each other. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work in the long run. Bro, a man at the age of 90 years old who lives that kind of lifestyle is sad. It's like, what? So your whole life, and you just have a bunch of girls to show for it.
Mm-hmm. We have time for one more question.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
Did
let's.
you have two questions today or just
I,
one?
I had two. I had two written down.
Oh man. All right. So my next question is: how do you think dating would look if women only dated guys after they communicated to be headed towards marriage after 1 year? So if a girl came up to you, right, and she was like, "Look, I know you're interested in me, and I'm interested in you, but I'm not sure if what your plans are your plans for marriage, or do you just want to date to see where things go?"
And that's an
How do you
excellent
think the
question.
dating world would look? Yeah.
Man, the dating world, like, man, I think first of all, a lot of guys, I think it's a mix. So there are guys that do want to do that, and there are guys that don't. Obviously, for the guys that don't, they're gonna be scared away. Maybe because they don't want that
Yep.
type of pressure, or maybe because they're
That's
not
right.
looking for that and they just want to smash. So those are the two options that I see.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, either you don't want that type of pressure, or you just want to smash, but she don't. But you want to get married. So you're like,
Mm,
I might have to get married just to smash. Now I can find somebody else. So those are the couple reasons why I think the ones that don't would go with. You know what I mean? But the ones that do,
yeah.
I think it'll set them up for a better clarity of how to communicate. Because now, okay, now she's looking for toward marriage. Okay, Eh, I'm looking forward to marry or to marriage too. So now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now let's be, um, what's that word? Purposeful or intentional. Now let's be intentional with
Okay.
how we move. Okay, so let's give the example of the unbeliever real quick. Okay, the unbelievers that wants to date you. Okay, let's be purposeful. Let's kind of get to know each other better, and so on and so forth. Okay, they're trying to do their things, but maybe they might not have people involved. Counseling. You know, good advice. Solid
Mm-hmm.
advice to really put things in perspective on how to deal with
Yeah.
conflict or whatever it may be. But they're trying
Yeah.
to put the effort in. I don't know how far it's gonna go, but it can go far, and
Right.
then eventually things could happen. But believers standpoint, okay, let's go toward marriage. Okay, now we get involved with counseling. Now we prepare our hearts and minds, in communication with God. Hey, Lord, direct us in this, and you do your
Yeah.
side things to really prepare. Now
Mm-hmm.
you're being intentional with the type of questions about marriage. Like, okay, when we get married, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Kids, how
Mm-hmm.
many? This, that, and the third. And so there's more structure. I feel like with with the Christian version only because there is I feel more help involved rather than doing it alone. So those are kind of the
Yeah.
perspectives that I would say about that.
Yeah, instead of doing it by the things that you come up with,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't 100% trust your mind. That your mind is flawed, just like everyone else's. Actually, just because you can do businesses and make a lot of money and stuff doesn't mean that your mind is geared towards being right on everything. Yeah, man. If women had that requirement, and you made a good point, and I wanted to relate that to what does the marriage environment look like today? Who does it benefit, and why? And I would say that a lot of guys would run away from those kind of girls because some guys today are seeing that, and I have that same view of it too, and it makes sense. But I'll relate it to something. So when you get married and say there's a divorce, the woman gets a lot of the money unless there's a prenup, and it's actually unfair. I used to think prenups were 100% a bad thing until I saw the kind of girls that are out there. I was like, I understand why you guys, by your perspective of the world, are coming up with prenups because you guys who are in the world are dealing with these girls who are in the world. So
Mm-hmm.
your objectives of relationships are all thwarted. You come with a lot of money and she comes with her beauty and whatever it is
That's
else that you
scary.
require. That's scary because when you guys split up because you can't be a true man in a marriage, she gets half of your produce because you left the marriage or she decided to leave the marriage, as a lot of women are leaving marriages today. So I'm like, I get it. Like, a lot of his finances, values, and all of that stuff are taken away by the women. So I get it from that perspective. That's why I'm an advocate for a more Bible believing Christian woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if a woman came to me with that question, I'm gonna be like, well, first of all, what's your theology? What do you believe in? Right? Do you believe in any kind of God that's out there? Do you believe in the Bible God? Like, what is your perspective? And depending on what she says, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're either a trap or you're a good thing. Because if she's like, well, I want us to head towards marriage through dating. I'm like, dang, she knows exactly what she wants, and that's the whole point of dating. You're not supposed to be stuck dating people. You're supposed
Yeah,
to find
5, 6,
someone.
7 years, and it's like the
Oh
same
man,
thing. Yeah.
the same thing, man. If you find someone who has the same value system as you, then get married
Mm-hmm.
because
It should
your
be
value
progressing.
system right, your value system determines what kind of person they will be 50 years down the line. And if they don't have a value system like a lot of these guys out here, they're just doing stuff because of money, then that's botched. That's finished. Don't do it. It's not worth your time. So, how do I think the dating world would look if only if women only dated guys after they told the guys that they wanted marriage after a year or two? I think there would be a lot more single people.
Yeah,
I think the world would end
yeah.
up in the same place it's at today.
And I realized I didn't answer the question directly. Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think it may be a lot of I think it could go into I it could be a good thing
Yeah.
as far as like people not wasting each other's time. That's a good thing,
Right.
and maybe girls not getting pregnant and being left. So I see a lot of good things
That's
um,
true.
as a result for getting clarity early and fast. But then there will be a lot of single people, like you said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just realized what I said. From what I said, I'm putting the responsibility on women from that question, but it's a
Yeah, yeah,
theoretical question.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I would actually advocate for guys to be like, "Hey, I'm looking for someone to be a wife.
Yep.
I want us to get married within a year or two. Are we gonna date or not?" And most of the time, she's gonna be like, "Oh no, I want to have fun. I want to
Yeah,
explore."
right.
That's
What you
how they
mean?
put it.
They basically said
Yeah,
they want to get smashed up. And look, the last girl I was
yeah.
talking to, I said, "Hey, I'm looking for my wife, right? And so I'm not trying to
Mm-hmm.
be here to waste time." And I could tell like she was like she was a little iffy about it. She didn't
Yeah.
she didn't shoot me straight. Like she said she tells it how it is, but she didn't tell it how it is in that moment.
She's a liar.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
When you say girls love to do that. Oh, I tell it how it is. I
Oh,
don't
you
keep
do?
my opinions to myself. Yeah, and then you hit them with the jab, and then they're like, but okay, like let me lie a little bit, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. If you
They want to they want to get smashed up.
they want to get smashed up, and it's pretty true. You ask a lot of girls out there, oh, I'm young, I still want to have fun. I'm only 21. Like I still
Yeah,
have
they put
so
the
many
only in
years
front
to.
of it. Only what?
Yes,
You're only
bro.
a lying. Fill in the blanks. You know.
Sound of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So when girls say that, you know to stay away from them forever, forever, until or unless you talk to them later
Forever.
and you see that their minds and their perspectives are radically changed. But if a girl says that, bro, leave her for the
Leave it for the streets. You know what I mean?
streets.
Meat for the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, she literally, bro,
Meat for
literally.
the
You
streets.
you remember the girl in the dress? You know, when I sent you the one you couldn't finish watching.
Oh yeah, yeah that podcast.
She's for the streets.
Yeah, meat for the streets, bro. I couldn't finish that interview, bro, or the podcast.
Bro,
I
it was
couldn't finish it.
wild, man.
She's annoying.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, we're getting down to our last segment of the show, man. If you
Yes,
guys
sir.
are true Holy Duo participants, you know what this section of our podcast is, man. We got the actually we're actually switching it up though. We generally have top 5. Now, what's different is we have top 5, right? But one gotta go. So the category for today's show is one's gotta go. Basically furniture. Now these are all stuff you can sit on. So we have the dining chairs, the sofa, the couch, the gaming chair, and the computer chair. So one's gotta go out of these 5 items. Which one's you gonna take off? Out of the dining chair, the sofa, couch, gaming chair, or computer chair? Which one's gotta go for you? Like you can never use this ever in life. Oh yeah, before you answer that, and if you guys want to participate, drop it down in the the comments below on the YouTube page. And if you're watching on the audio platform, you can head over to the YouTube page and drop it down as well.
The gaming chair's got to go, bro.
The gaming chair gotta go.
The gaming chair's got to go because if I get rid of I was thinking the dining chair. If I get rid of the dining chair and I have friends over, where are we gonna eat dinner at?
So you take one for the team. That's not a bad one.
For the team.
Okay.
Gaming chair's got.
That's
you
smart.
Use a computer as a gaming chair.
Yeah, you can. You know, it's not as comfortable. It's not like maximum level comfortability, but it still works. It still works. Yeah. Man, I might have to go with that too because thinking about, I was being a little selfish, right? I was just thinking about what I want. But if I do have guests over, right, we won't be able to sit in the living room comfortably if I don't have a couch. And we want to have dining tables so we can eat for sure because we like to eat, so that's a given. So I might have to get rid of the. I'm gonna get rid of the computer chair instead of the gaming chair.
I think I knew it.
Because it's maximum. It's maximum comfortability from the gaming chair, and it still works.
I knew it.
So, yeah, man, that's gotta go for me. That's gotta go.
Yeah,
Once again. Okay.
But computer chairs are made more luxurious than gaming chairs. Okay, yeah, I can see both of our perspectives, man. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Once again, if you guys want to participate, drop it down in the comments down below on the YouTube page, Holy Duo. And if you guys want to participate from the audio platforms, go to the YouTube page, Holy Duo. Type that into YouTube, and you can find our channel, and you can drop it down. Episode 22. For the last of the last, man, we have our product of the week. So, what's your product of the week?
My product of the week are fragrance essential oils.
Oh,
man. They smell so good. Go ahead.
We are definitely we are definitely close cousins in our products of the week right now.
Oh.
My product of the week is fragrances. Like, you know, the plug-in wall fragrant things, like the Febreze.
True.
I just bought one this week, and man, that's the product of the week, bro. Because it makes because the thing I like about it, those things, when it comes to making the place smell good, is it does it automatically. You don't gotta spray to get another round of freshness. It just makes it fresh as long as it's plugged in, so it's less work. So that's the product of the week, man.
Facts. And whenever you come into your room and you smell it, you're just like, oh, I just want to be in my room. Right.
Yeah. And then you know, if you have visitors over, it's not smelling like booty cheeks.
Exactly, right?
And all that stuff.
You know your visitors smell like
You know they smell it. You know they smell it.
And you're like, heck yeah, I know you smell it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey man, so we got our top product of the week. Hey, folkettes, thank you for joining us on podcast number 22. We appreciate your audience. Hit that. You know what? Forget it. Don't even hit it. I don't want you to hit it, man. Don't touch it.
Hit it.
I know. I just cleaned it. Look how clean it looks. It says 0. So guys, don't hit the button.
Hit it.
Rather listen to us on audio exclusive channels, you know, the Apple Podcast, Spotify, all of that good stuff. If you're on there already, come check us out on YouTube. You know what I mean? We got the vibes for you guys. But anyway, listen to us on your drive to places. You know, we got the entertainment for days.
Yeah. Also share.
Wild Out Wednesdays. Also share it. You know, if we say something crazy or funny, world star. You know, hit us up. Let us know what's going on with you guys. We're here for you guys. We're here for your entertainment. We're here for your production services. So, hey, with that being said, man, you got anything else to add before we bounce?
Nah, man. We're all set.
Hey, man, hit him with the Audi.
Hey, Wally Holy.
Because he is. And faith don't come expensive.
It's free.
Peace.
Hey.